Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order, and we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, if the clerk could take the roll, please.
Commissioner Look.
Here.
Commissioner Brastad.
Here.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Here.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Here.
Commissioner West.
Here.
Commissioner Gamache.
Here.
Commissioner Schulte.
Here.
Okay, the first items is tax claims and abatements. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Gamache. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brastad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Next item is review of checks issued from Finance and Central Services and from Human Services. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Been moved by Commissioner Schulte. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Look. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And we have the approval of the minutes from the July 28th County Board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Look.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Schulte. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We have two items, including 3 recognitions under Chair's remarks today for the exemplary work of our staff in their service to our citizens. These awards, both national and state, demonstrate that our commitment to the county's mission and vision remains strong and highlight the tremendous dedication of our staff and really the innovation of our staff as well. And we just appreciate all of their hard work and effort in just the continuous improvement in providing services to our citizens in the best possible manner possible. I would like Commissioner Kordiak to begin our recognition with both of the state and federal awards received by our Parks and Community Services departments. Commissioner Kordiak.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There actually are 3 organizations that have recognized our Newton County Parks Department. You remember that for many months they worked on an initiative that's been known as, well, some call it perfect, but I think it's perfect. But nevertheless, it's an internal mechanism that the entire staff spent a great deal of time working on and developing. And as a result of that, it caused some recognition that was brought forward to our park system. Some of those actors are here today to help recognize this. One of them is what occurred recognition from the National Association of Counties, NACO, an event that we attended not too many months ago. Another one's from the National Association, the NACPRO, the National Association of County Parks and Recreation, and the third is the Minnesota Parks and Recreation Association. Each of them have reviewed at least the perfect model as well as other things we have done within the park system, and they are pleased with what they've seen. They picked among a broad variety of other categories, and John and his staff, I'm certain, should be commended for the work that they did to help streamline things that they do in their operation and make sure that they're operating effectively. I think I'll ask John Vondeling to come up and make some comments and take it from there.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kordiak. Madam Chair, members of the County Board, for the record, I'm John Vondelindy, Division Manager for Parks and Community Services. And I really appreciate the opportunity to make some opening comments about these awards. In 2013, the Park and Recreation Department initiated an employee-driven organizational planning process. The purpose was to improve the quality of the workplace, to enhance communication, to build teamwork, and also to develop a more effective workforce. The process, as Commissioner Kordiak alluded to, was guided by a 16-member team of employees from across all aspects of the department, and we were known as the Perfect Committee, and that stands for Park Employees Recommending Future Enhancements to Communication and Teamwork. Perfect. The organizational planning process was concluded in September 2014 and resulted in the establishment of 4 major areas of focus for the department. And within those 4 areas, we came up with 24 priority implementation strategies. The plan is now being put into action by the continuation of this committee, and it's being led by Corey Hins of our Park and Recreation staff. And the results and accountability of that process are going to be very critical going forward to ensure that the goals of the plan are met and that we continually improve these processes. Today, I'm joined by Sarah Patnode, who I want to pay a special thanks to. Sarah's with the Anoka Ramsey Community College Workforce Development Center right here in Coon Rapids. And I reached out to Sarah at the starting point of this project and wanted to talk with her about bringing in their expertise and their team. And they did on a pro bono basis. They provided service for this project over the course of many, many months. And they helped with group facilitation. They did a couple of employee surveys and did the analysis on that, and also just provided a lot of wisdom and guidance. So a special thank you to Sarah for your help. Thank you, Sarah, so very much for that. As Commissioner Kordiak mentioned, Anoka County was fortunate to recently receive 2 other national awards for this, and we were very grateful to receive those at the NACO convention. You know, this type of recognition only happens in an organization like Anoka County, where we have a culture that's focused on continuous improvement and making our systems more efficient, more effective in the service of the public. And it's just a delight to be able to work in this organization, to be able to do these kinds of things. And I do want to pay homage to our staff, too. They were the driving force behind this. They're the ones who did the hard work, rolled up their sleeves and got this done. And I think we have a very good model now for our department going forward. Lastly, we're very fortunate to be joined by a friend of mine, Steve Benoit. Steve is with the city of Elk River. Just up the river here. He's also a member of the Minnesota Recreation and Park Association. Steve and I served on the board of directors many years ago together, so we've known each other a long time. And Steve is also on the awards committee of the Minnesota Recreation and Park Association. And Steve has some comments that he'd like to make, and he has another award to present. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Steve Benoit. Steve.
Good morning. Thank you for your time today. As John said, yes, I am an employee with the Elk River Parks and Recreation Department, just right up the street from here. And I am a proud member of the MRPA Awards Committee. Before I present the award, I would also like to talk to you just briefly about what is MRPA and what are we all about. The Minnesota Recreation and Park Association, we've got a very neat history. We've been around since the year 1937, so a lot longer than some people would think. The core mission when our association was developed is to foster the growth and development of the parks and recreation profession throughout the state of Minnesota, a very high goal that we continuously work on. We currently have over 900 members from a variety of different levels, both professional, corporate, board, commission, students, and retiree. A lot of people, when they retire from this industry, they like to stay members of MRPA just for the connectedness of that and to mentor our younger students just getting into the field. And we have a variety of membership types. We come from municipal, county, state, district, commercial, and private agencies. The Works Committee itself, we were formed in the year 1987. At that time, the Board of Directors felt that we needed to do a better job of recognizing the amazing projects that were being done, whether it be a facility or an initiative. So the Works Committee was created. We have 7 different categories that we recognize different types of projects in. That includes park and facilities, programming and events, sustainability, communications, volunteer initiatives, sponsorship and partnerships, and in this case, with this project, administrative and management strategies. We are fairly tight about issuing awards. Only top scoring nominations do receive an award of excellence, and this one certainly met that criteria. The one other note unique to Anoka County is the MRPA office is located in an Anoka County park system and has, I believe, for 2 five-year terms now. And that's been a great relationship between MRPA and Anoka County. So with that, as we'll say, congratulations and thank you for your great work. We are happy to issue an award of excellence to Anoka County. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Let's give each a hand. Thank you.
Oh, we are certainly very proud and honored to receive the various recognitions of our excellent Parks Department. And again, that goes back to the wonderful staff that we have involved in coming up with new and different ways, and appreciate the partnership as well. The partnerships that we have within Anoka County are second to none, and we're just very grateful for that. Our second item marks the achievement of 2 of our Human Services Department. The efforts by staff at both our Job Training Center and in social services are key to helping people get back on their feet and actually be able to stay there. First, we're going to recognize the Job Training Center Award for the Fast Track Healthcare Pathway Program. It's an innovative training initiative that helps low-income, low-skill level adults begin a pathway to a healthcare career, where we know that there's a great demand in that area as well. The program integrates basic skills education, healthcare-specific training, and support services for adult learners. I'd like to begin by asking Director Jerry Vitzum to join us. Jerry.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Jerry Vitzum. I'm the director of the Job Training Center. With me is Jody Shanelak, and she's the coordinator of the project that's being honored today. And she's here on behalf of the rest of the staff that organized and put that together with our partners. We'd like to thank the board, first of all, for the support of the project. Commissioner Brastad and Savaraja sit on our workforce board in Anoka County, and they've been very active in trying to create new training programs to get our low-income people into career orientation. And this, I think, is one example of one of the pathways that we have. We have several others, among them in office occupations and in manufacturing, where we've collaborated with schools in the county to offer entry into the post-secondary system. The healthcare pathway is an innovative training strategy for low-income, low-skilled adults that provide college credentials, in this case 7 credits for a certified nursing assistant, allowing them to advance to higher levels of education at a later time. So it's kind of the first step or a pathway towards even further education. Training includes 100 hours of adult basic education preparatory bridge classes to teach low-level learners tools for college success. And this often involves people who haven't been in school for a while, maybe need to brush up on those math and reading skills, or people maybe that didn't achieve well in high school and really need to brush up on some of those basic skills to go into a career program. The collaboration for this is occurring with Anoka County Job Training Center, North Metro Adult Basic Education, which handles adult basic education for the entire county in collaboration with the other school districts. Anoka County, or Anoka Ramsey Community College, Anoka Technical College, and several community employers who are engaged to essentially employ the people after they're done with their training. The project started in 2011, and we've completed 8 training courses, and 87% of the graduates have graduated, and 82% so far have employment in those fields. And I thought we could summarize just something about the program, something we received in writing from one of the graduates, a single mother. I am thankful to have had this opportunity for a better life for my child and myself. I have never been in a program where so many people cared about your success and offered help every step of the way. I couldn't have accomplished all I did without the help of my MFIP counselor, the pathway navigator, and especially the prep instructor who helped me prepare for college classes. I have already recommended this program to others and told them not to miss such a great chance in life, not only to learn what you love, but to do what you want by receiving the training and making your dreams come true. And on behalf of the Job Training Center, we'd like to give you the award and thank you for your support.
Well, again, congratulations and thank you so much. We're very proud of the partnership, again, that we've been able to have in order to move this program forward. And just incredible to hear firsthand how it really is changing lives. And this is actually the second award that we received for this particular program, received the Commissioner's, Department of Human Services Commissioner's Award as well. So very proud of all of your efforts. The second Human Services Award that was given at NACO was given to Anoka County Social Service and Behavioral Health Department, and I'd like to call on Commissioner Brastad to talk about this award.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Anoka County social services staff have become very familiar on the award circuit. They've just been doing a fabulous job. This department has been setting a new standard of excellence for care and service for the past several years. This year, they have been recognized with another National Achievement Award for their groundbreaking redesign of services for our growing senior population. I'd like to call Department Director Jerry Peterson up to give us the details. Jerry?
Thank you, Commissioner. Madam Chair, Commissioners, I'm Jerry Peterson, Director of Community Social Services and Behavioral Health. The Senior Services Redesign Project is a project that grew out of necessity and mission, meeting needs with quality services. Our senior services staff had been providing a much-needed information intervention services to our growing population of elderly individuals, which we are all very familiar with that issue. I can still remember meeting with a since retired supervisor over the area, Harry Reynolds, and the brainstorming on what to do about the volume of calls that our senior services staff were getting. We knew what we were providing was really important. The community was telling us that. We were also hearing from our community partners in this area and knew that we needed to keep providing these responses to these calls and the questions and the interventions. However, as Harry and I were sitting there, we realized that one of these days, if we didn't do something, that we'd come in and find our staff slumped over at their desk. And so, as I said, out of necessity, the Senior Services Redesign Project was born. Like so many projects that receive recognition, there's many people that are involved, partners, staff, etc. I would like to introduce the Manager of Behavioral Health Services and Adult Services area, Denise Kermes, who will briefly just highlight a couple things about the redesign project and introduce some of the entities that were involved in the implementation.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, I am so grateful to be here today to recognize the Adult Protection and Senior Services Unit for their hard work and excellence in the field. The senior citizen population of Anoka County has grown exponentially in the last decade, and the rate of growth is anticipated to accelerate even through 2030. In order to assist seniors in remaining safe and secure in the community, Anoka County Human Services has provided information and referral services and short-term community intervention through our senior social services staff. That's a hard one to say. The county agency also provides mandatory protective and investigative services when a vulnerable adult, an elderly or disabled adult, is alleged to have been a victim of maltreatment or neglect by themselves or others. These services have been stretched beyond capacity, just as Jerry was talking about. In order to continue to protect its most vulnerable population, Anoka County Human Services has been faced with finding a creative, effective, and cost-effective manner to deliver services. In 2013, Anoka County Human Services analyzed where services were most heavily needed, contracted with community agencies to deliver services within the community, partnered with other county departments to coordinate and fund elder abuse investigations, and reallocated staff resources in order to respond timely to seniors and their families. This innovative and cost-saving measure that makes use of partnering within the community across governmental aid departments and is enhanced through the use of technology has dramatically improved outcomes for seniors and their families. I'd like to just take a moment and introduce some of the staff from Anoka County who have been instrumental in helping this redesign a success. I'd like to have them please stand when I say their name. It's a small group. Lori Zempelman-Eng, who is our Senior Services Social Worker. Julie Ledeen is a Contract Manager for Social Services and Behavioral Health. And unfortunately, Dan Doth, the Supervisor from Adult Protection and Senior Services, was not able to be here today. And also Mary Gilmore, who is our other Senior Services Social Worker, was not able to be here either. So these are the two staff. Thank you very much for being here. And I'd also like to thank the County Attorney's Office staff and also our contracted community partner, ACAP, and Patrick, who's here in the crowd, for their assistance in making this a great success. Thank you. And I will now turn it back to Jerry.
Commissioner, I'd like to present you with this 2015 Achievement Award on behalf of the Community Social Services and Behavioral Health Department.
Now, there's a reason that Anoka County is consistently in attendance at these national awards. Working together, staff consistently and expertly take our policy, vision, and mission and apply it to provide the very best in services to the residents of Anoka County. We're so grateful for all of your hard work and say congratulations. We are very proud of all of you in the Parks, Job Training, and Social Service area. And again, not possible without the wonderful community partners that we have and have worked with in so many different areas. And just thank you for that continued commitment to providing excellence for the residents of Anoka County. Thank you very much, and I think they all deserve a round of applause. That concludes Chair's remarks. So now we are on to committee reports. And we'll start off with the Management Committee report. Commissioner West.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We're going to be looking at some new positions, and Min Choices is an automated, comprehensive, person-centered assessment and support planning application. And this assessment facilitates the compliance that we are required to follow federal regulations to separate the administrative functions from the services, such as case management. And Minnesota statute started Min Choices, which we started phase 1 last November, and this would be phase 2. And it's required to be completed by individuals from lead agencies who are trained, certified assessors. And the way that we're going to, the approach to solving it is that we want to do a blended service with contractors and creating these contingent positions with our employees. So those positions are in 1A, 1 through 5. We are asking for, or recommending 4 1 FTE social worker certified assessors grade 12, 2 1 FTE case aid specialists grade 10, 1 FTE social services supervisor grade 14, 1 FTE contract coordinator grade 13, and a new restructured position grade 12 that will go from 0.5 FTE and 0.5 FTE social workers into a 1 FTE social worker.
Is there a motion to approve items 1A, 1 through 5?
So moved.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Further discussion? Just comment that this is one example of where the federal and state regulations impact what we do at the local level and how we actually provide those services. So at a time where I think we have tried to make sure that we right-size county government, this is an example where we need to actually ramp up in the number of staff in order to actually accommodate some of those federal and state changes. And so I just want to commend our staff for looking at this very carefully. Cindy CESARE was very analytical in the way that she took a look at this, in making sure that we weren't going out and hiring too many people, but really approaching it in a very cautious way to make sure that we could meet the needs that were out there. So appreciate all the hard work and effort that went into that. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brastad.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
The next item is also omnibus budget bill through the state provided $1 million every year to increase the number of supervision agents for offenders on intensive supervised release. So we are recommending that for a grade 12 probation officer and which will be funded through the Department of Corrections, and we're asking to go after that funding. And then the remainder of the funding will come from temporary positions that they have right now. So 1 FTE grade 12 probation officer and the funding from Department of Corrections for that position.
Is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll move it, Madam Chair.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Just want to clarify, it's $1 million statewide that was allocated for this, and we're eligible for a portion of that. And it's a roll call vote.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And there's an additional county board agenda item, restructure in the county attorney's office, and they're just trying to standardize their supervising positions. 1 through 3. One's going to be 1 FTE Division Administrative Supervisor, grade 11, will be restructured to 1 FTE Division Administrative Supervisor, grade 12. Number 2 is 1 FTE Legal Secretary, contingent on IV-D funding. I don't know if it's called 4 funding, grade 9, and that will be restructured to a 1 FTE Division Administrative Supervisor, non-contingent. And the third is from 1 FTE Office Support Assistant, contingent on the 4D funding, grade 7, to 1 FTE Division Administrative Supervisor, non-contingent, grade 12.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Moved by Commissioner Gamache, second by Commissioner Schulte. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye. Motion carries.
And Madam Chair, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner West.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
before we leave the management committee agenda, can I just comment on one item?
absolutely.
And Cindy CESARE is here right now. Cindy, over time, you and I have watched, we have watched the expansion of numerous staffs in your department because of MNsure and all the various programs that are mandated upon us. Most recently, we added, I don't know how many people. I've walked around this building from time to time, and there's just kind of so much space. I'm just curious if you can comment a little bit on how you accommodate these people that need offices and chairs and desks and staff support and pencils and paper. Can you just comment about how you've done with that in the past few months?
Yeah, Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Cindy CESARE, and I'm the Human Service Division Manager. We have had a significant amount of staff that we've added directly because of min choices, which is related to our waiver assessments. Space has been a challenge, but we've worked very closely with property management, who's been extremely helpful to us in that process. What we're doing is we've been moving some staff around and adding some cubicles within different areas that were available to us. The other thing that we've been doing is hoteling. So many of our staff, they're out in the field the majority of the day, especially if they're doing min choices assessments. And so they have a space that they can come to work, but it's, a hoteling situation. The other thing is we have given them various tools so that they're mobile, such as laptops, cell phones, which has been very effective for them to be able to work more effectively in the community with their clients.
Thank you. Yeah.
Comments or questions? Thank you very much, Cindy. Okay, moving on to Transportation Committee report. Commissioner Schulte.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Our Transportation Committee met on August 3rd. We have 4 action items for the board to consider today. The first, the committee recommends approval of a resolution authorizing the acquisition of right-of-way for the signal reconstruction at 7th Avenue and Grant Street in the city of Anoka.
Is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer it.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Schulte. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
I will just comment on that last item that this is a beginning a process where we're replacing old signals. It's not necessarily a reconstruction of anything, just rebuilding the signals because the wiring and the poles and everything's getting older. And as we do that, I'm not sure about this intersection, but as we do that, we'll be implementing the flashing yellow arrows that we see so often now that seem to be quite effective in moving traffic. So that was what that item was referring to. Next, the committee recommends approval to enter into a joint powers agreement with the city of Coon Rapids for the reconstruction of Northdale Boulevard at Redwood Street, and authorizing the chair of the county board and the county administrator to execute said agreement subject to review by the county attorney as to form and legality. This is, if you look at this, this would be the entrance into Sand Creek Park. The park is currently being reconstructed, remodeled, and the new entrance will move. It'll be signalized and be further away from the railroad tracks where it currently is.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Moved by Commissioner Gamache. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner West. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next, the committee recommends approval to enter into a license agreement with Kurt and Diane Strandland for landscaping within Anoka County Highway right-of-way and authorizing the chair of the county board and county administrator to execute said agreement, subject to review by the county attorney as to form and legality.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner West. Further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Kordiak.
we have a lot of county land and property throughout all of Anoka County, and highway is certainly one of them. And people sometimes kind of encroach upon the county. I find it interesting, and there's a process for getting a license for a project like this. Is there something unique about this landscaping project that triggers it? I'm not saying I don't support it, but just find it interesting that we comes forward today. What is the project?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Kordiak, County Board members, my name is Doug Fischer. I'm the Transportation Division Manager and County Engineer. This is a project where we became aware that there was an encroachment in the county right-of-way by the landscaping performed by this resident. So it's, and again, a lot of property owners, especially I think the residential ones, may not totally know where their right-of-way is. We do expect homeowners to keep their lawns manicured and groomed up to the pavement, even though that's in our county right-of-way. So there was a few items here on the edge of the right-of-way that were inside that the committee felt would be okay to leave those remain in place instead of having those have to be removed.
I understand that you're not enabling it. It is an encroachment. They understand that it's our right-of-way. They recognize that's subject to anything we have to do there. Okay, fine. I get it. Thank you.
That is correct.
And Commissioner Kordiak had been there for quite a number of years, and we just recently became aware of it, so I wanted to make sure that we had the license agreement in place.
That's correct.
Madam Chair, I think it's critical to point out that it was an inadvertent encroachment.
Yes.
It was non-intentional, and they are one of the property owners along the corridor that do a fabulous job of maintaining the right-of-way, even though there was some encroachment. So the license agreement, the committee felt was the appropriate action.
Okay, further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
And our last action item, the committee recommends award of a contract to Forest Lake Contracting based on their low bid of $1,254,407.01 for the roundabout construction, Broadway at Kettle River in the city of Columbus.
Your motion to approve. I'll move it. Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Look.
Aye.
Motion carries. And just to comment on that last item, that will be constructed this fall yet, is my understanding.
That's correct.
And Madam Chair, we have a couple of informational items there for you to look, actually a number of them, but two that I want to point out. The committee did discuss the reorganization of the Highway 65 Corridor Coalition to try and get Highway 65 improved through the Blaine area. That would only benefit communities further north. I'm not sure where that committee wound up or where that subgroup wound up, but I know they're working towards reinvigorating that coalition. And then lastly, number 10, there, the committee reviewed draft comment letters for the following issues. The Met Council 2019 Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP document, and the Minnesota Walks, the Walkable Minnesota Plan. We drafted some letters and we sent those off to the appropriate groups so they understand how we feel about those issues and how it affects Anoka County. And I think we sent those letters, some of them strongly worded, reminding them that Anoka County is part of the metro and we should be subject to some of that TIP money, Transportation Improvement Program money that comes in. And we sent them, in my opinion, very respectfully. So I would like to thank my committee, the Transportation Committee, and the rest of the board for being a part of that process.
And I'll just comment, we sent copies to all of our legislators as well, so that they would be aware of what our concerns are and what is actually not included within that plan, so that hopefully they can advocate on our behalfs as well. And I know I've heard back from a number of them who are very appreciative of getting copies of those letters.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner.
We're still on the information piece. Going to comment. First of all, Doug, thank you for calling to talk to me about the item number 5. I hopefully would have seen it, but you'll bring it to my attention and understand what's going on. I appreciate what you're doing. This is the roadway stretch of Osborne Road between University Avenue, Highway 65. It's been done. Hasn't changed for a very long time. I'm not sure when it's constructed, but I remember Paul McKeon was actively involved in that project back in the day, so it goes back quite a ways. Obviously, traffic has changed a lot. The hospitals changed a lot. The church has changed a lot. And traffic is growing, so it probably needs some attention. There's some residential activity and some commercial activity. So I appreciate your examination of that property. One thing I might ask you to keep an eye on is that the mayor and transportation agent for Spring Lake Park had once talked to me about the trailway that runs on the north side of that roadway from end to end. And I think it checked once a long time ago. As I recall, Paul McKeon was the county was able to get it done through some transportation dollars and build it on behalf of the city. And then we gave it to the city. So I don't think it's our trailway. It's old, beat up, and hasn't been touched since we built the roadway system. So if you would keep an eye on that, however that works out, and obviously they'll be talking to you and you'll be talking to them, but they will have an interest in that, so just keep that in mind as you approach the discussion. Otherwise, I look forward to your progress. Thank you,
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Madam Chair, I have one last item. It's actually not on our agenda, or not in your packet at all, but the Hanson Boulevard Railroad Crossing project that we're hoping to get moving soon. The bonding committee for the Capital Investment Group will be out here from the House Thursday at 4 o'clock at that interchange, at that intersection of the railroad and Hanson, to assess the situation and see if we can be included in their bonding proposal. I'll be there to represent the Transportation Committee and the Transportation Division. You're all welcome to join. We hopefully will have some influential legislators there that we can convince this is a real problem, public safety problem, and I'll leave it at that. So if you can be there, we'd love to see you. It's Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Thank you.
And that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Okay, we'll move.
Madam Chair, can I just comment one more thing? The flashing yellow, I've been had people ask me for flashing yellows. They get it, they got it, good. But I understand them, and they do benefit traffic activities, so they are a good thing, actually. And I expect over time we'll probably see more and more of them, but they serve a purpose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. We'll move on to Finance and Capital Improvements Committee Chair Report. Commissioner Look.
Madam Chair, thank you. As the Chair of the Finance and Capital Improvements Committee, I was asked to bring this forward. Did not make it through the normal committee process, so as such, it is a chair report. The recommendation is the county board approved resolution 2015-F7 relating to taxable refunding certificates of participation series 210 for the Anoka County Community Action Program. And and amending certain documents entering into the connection with ACAP in this resolution. Essentially, ACAP is looking to sell one of their properties and substitute it for another one, and the vehicle to get that done is this resolution. So bringing that forward today.
Okay, is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer.
It's been offered by Commissioner Look. Further discussion?
Madam Chair, I will abstain from this because I sit on the board of ACAP.
Okay, thank you. And with that, roll call vote.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Abstain?
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brastad.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Then we'll move on to Information Technology Committee report. Commissioner West.
Madam Chair, my items are informational only. Take a look at them.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner West. We'll move on to Parks and Community Services Committee report. Commissioner Kordiak.
Well, Madam Chair, it's a very brief report today. I might elongate it just a little bit, but there's only one item that requires action today. And this is a proposal that we made at the Oregon Nature Facility. We're looking at making some enhancements there and brightening it up somewhat. And so we've done some examination. We've had a kind of long-term phasing project. This first phase, we'd gone out for bids, seeking bidders on this roughly $100,000 project. I think that we are asking that we today simply reject the bids that we received on this project. We did find, first of all, that we only received one in the middle of summer. It's an active time and probably not the best time to be going out for bids, and then we find this problem in other arenas as well. Secondarily, the pricing came in a little bit higher than we had anticipated, and so that wasn't in our best interest. And we decided to go back and kind of reframe that discussion, bring it forward at a better time after re-examining things and restacking the deck. This is not a critical project, so there's no problem with delaying it. I will move it, Madam Chair.
I will second that. Further discussion? Just for clarification, John, is this funding from the Wargo set aside, or is it Met Council funding, or what funding is being utilized for this particular project?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the County Board. There's actually a variety of different funding sources that would be utilized for this. One is there are some legacy dollars, there are some lottery dollars programmed. We had some dollars that we were going to use from the Wargo Endowment Fund. We also have some recent easements that the county entered into with a couple of utilities. We're going to use the proceeds from that. The committee had reviewed and approved that concept. So there was a variety of different funding sources. And also we were going to be teaming up with the Recycling Resource Solutions Department on integrating reused recycled product in this project and using it as a model project and educational piece for the community. And so they were also going to be partnering with us on this. So wide variety of funding sources.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I would just comment that this is a fine example, and transportation does it regularly when they literally tap into every source for grants and for excess dollars from other projects. And I mean, Mr. Vondelindy and Mr. Fischer can almost be looked as rainmakers when it comes to finding dollars for these projects. And it really does make a difference in getting them done. I had hoped that this one would have come in at a doable price and that the budget had looked right. But you know what, we'll get it done. It's not going to be right now, but we'll get this done. And I'm excited for it. I think John's team worked really hard on this.
I think there's a lot of elements here, Commissioners, that will enhance the aesthetics, the functionality, the ADA accessibility to Wargo. A part of this project is creating a road to our garage and our dumpster area, just accessibility for recreation equipment, for programming equipment, creating a safe drop-off pickup area for school children. There's a whole variety of things that are involved with this, not just a sidewalk. I want to make that point. Again, really focused on trying to set the stage for future improvements that we hope to make at the Wargo Nature Center. And this comes out of our master plan. That's process that we went through last year, and that was approved by the Park and Community Services Committee. So it's phase one of a multi-phase project to restore the landscape and facilities around Wargo Nature Center, which now has been operating there for better than 20 years. So we're getting into our third decade of operations. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay,
Thank you, Madam Chair. There are a couple of information items I might comment about. The long-awaited restrooms at the Coon Rapids Dam facility is finally getting underway. Combination of using some of our own corrections staff and others to work at that, but we're happy to see that moving forward. There was some interesting discussion about the high water issue on the Mississippi, and although I won't get into it in any great detail, the issue is that now that the water levels stay at a very consistent level, then you do have a problem with higher water and boat speeds in terms of erosion, because it does pretty quickly impact landowners all along the waterway. It used to drop down for at least half the year, so it wasn't a big an issue. There is going to be some discussion among the partners, the homeowners, the cities, about whether or not we might implement an allowable high water period when we have dangerous periods in the water that will erode homeowners' property. So that may be underway. We haven't even started that discussion. Some of the cities do support that. And so understand that over time, we may see some conversations about that. I will comment that the firewood is for sale once again. We collect a lot of wood and make it available once a year. You can get on our website and find out more about that. We looked at a whole number of promotional brochures that the park system does in as many arenas, and they were very colorful and very attractive and very well done, I thought. So they obviously promote so many things that we do, and they're very well done. Lastly, at our last meeting, our committee had the opportunity to A, meet, and B, tour the Cedar Creek Conservation Area, what some of you know as a Midland property, which some of you know is over in the Ramsey direction there. And I'll just tell you, I wish that all 7 of us could have been sitting on that hilltop looking over this 1,000-acre preserve with absolutely nothing there but buffalo grass and trees and creeks and water. All of our parks offer something different and interesting, but that really is a pretty sight today if you ever have the opportunity and need to walk around. That concludes my report, Madam Chair.
thank you very much, Commissioner Kordiak. Now we will move on to the next item, which is related to health insurance. And the first item is contract C0004430, the proposed health care insurance package from Blue Cross Blue Shield for a 1-year period beginning January 1st, 2016, with 2 additional renewal periods with a maximum rate cap of 8.5% each year for 2017 and 28. As you may recall, we actually had pulled together a task force to look at whether or not it would be prudent for the county to move to a self-insured model. After in-depth analysis and review, the task force recommended staying fully insured because the position the county needs to be in, we will be facing the 2018 Cadillac tax. We need to be able to control our premiums over the next 3 years and continue to provide, I think, our health insurance at an affordable rate for our employees, and really work on continuing to improve our wellness program that exists as well. So is there a motion to approve item A?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Schulte, second by Commissioner Brasted. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Silveraja?
Aye.
Commissioner West?
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache?
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte?
Aye.
Commissioner Look?
Aye.
Commissioner Brasted?
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak?
Right.
Motion carries. And then item B is implementation of wellness strategies as directed by the County Administrator and Management Committee. And, you know, those will continue to develop and move forward as well. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. There is nothing else to come before the county board. Thank you very much, and meeting's adjourned.